Cold is one that I really relate to really heavily, and I think it was the right track to come right after Happy because it's kind of about the breakup. It's about the realization and the actual conversation that led to the two parties kind of separating. And Cold is something that is pretty autobiographical. Not that all the songs aren't, but this one was really sort of ripped from the headlines for me, as it is about a relationship that kind of just dissolved. But I'll step back and say this, that one thing that I really like, that I feel like I'm seeing a lot more in popular music that I think we hadn't been seeing in a long time, is that people speak a lot more about the gray area. You know what I mean? Because a lot of pop songs are either you're the highest you've ever been or the lowest you've ever been. You know what I'm saying? And rather than it speaking to the realities of people's lives, it often speaks to extremes. And I think this is a song that actually is relatable because it is something that can happen to anyone in any situation as far as relationships go. For me, it was about a breakup, but the thing is, like, it's easy to demonize somebody, I think, in a breakup when somebody cheats or something bad happened or somebody lied or something. But for me and this person, like, nothing happened. Nothing, like, there was no cheating, nobody lied, nothing dramatic happened. We just drifted apart. You know what I mean? And, like, it really hurts, but the recognition of that, I think, is really important, and codifying the fact that, like, yeah, there's no enemy. Sometimes there's no, you know what I mean? Sometimes you kind of just have to grow up and look it in the eye and face the fact that, like, sometimes you can be two good people and just not be compatible, you know what I'm saying? And that's nobody's fault. And being that it's nobody's fault, I really tried to, like, be very blatant about that. I guess we went cold. It's nobody's fault. You know what I'm saying? I literally said those words because that's how I feel like it's kind of best describes the situation. Another really interesting thing about this, I think, is that one of my favorite bands is The National. You can see their poster up in the top corner back there behind me. One of their songs is called Guilty Party. And this song was heavily inspired by that song because they kind of were just telling me this sentiment sort of that I felt that I didn't have words for me. They were telling me how I felt. The lyric is, it's nobody's fault. There's no guilty party. We just have nothing left to say. And I think that's such a human, real feeling, and that's what I felt. So yeah, thank you to the Dessner brothers and Matt Berninger here for creating something that inspired me so much and helped me kind of through my tough time, so that I was able to turn it around and create something that I hope will also help others through their tough times, specifically when it comes to these sorts of confusing things when people just, like, grow apart and you gotta just deal with it. That's Cold. Thank you for listening.